Hi, this is John Burek from PC Mag. I'm here at Computex 2024 with Tony from Silverstone. Tony's got a bunch of cases here. Some of them are sort of server and workstation oriented and also sort of a blast of the past, a really cool HTPC case. So Tony, I'm going to turn it over to you to show off the Ulta T1. Tell us all about it.
Okay, so Ulta T1, so the T stands for the Timgen. So for those of you that may have been around back maybe 15 years ago, we had this case called a TJ07. So that's a Timgen series TJ07. It was the first case that featured the industry's first unibody aluminum frame in the chassis. So this follows that tradition, I guess, in a way. So it has a aluminum frame that runs from the back of the case to the top, front, to the bottom, and all the way to the back again. Everything you see here is one single piece of aluminum. So that in the raw form is about, longer than my arms width, okay? So that's how cool it is. And another feature of the TJ07 back then was the ability to really give you the space to play around with liquid cooling. So that's also been retained here and expanded even further. So over here, let me go ahead and take off this glass side panel on the top portion. So there's a clip on the top of the case. We just hold it, and that allows you to release the glass panel. So here you can see more clearly on the top, you can fit a 420 radiator. On the side here, toward the front, there's also another space of 420 on that side. And of course on the bottom, just like the regular, the old TJ07, you can fit another 420 on the bottom, okay? So if you're not using this space, just like the old case, as well, you can fit a second power supply in this area, along with more drive storage options if you like. So this case also features a GPU holder support that allows you to change to different positions to better hold up your graphic card from sagging. And lastly, I think this is a feature that quite a people may be missing nowadays in the premium cases that we're also bringing back, and that's the removable motherboard tray. So here it is. Then you'll see that. Voila. So moving on to the side, we have this Ulta D1, which we showed in prototype form last year here at Computex as well. But this is what the production case will look like. So there are a few changes that we made to the case. For example, the front door now does not house the fans anymore, just the filters. So we now put the fans inside the case for better cooling. So there's still two 180 millimeter fans on top. So the concept of this case is very simple. It's all about modularity and flexibility. So all of this that you see on the front can be removed. So I can show you. I can remove this drive cage here. I can reposition to this other side if I like. This can also go down here or here. Okay. If I come to the back, to the side, you can also see that there's more of the same on the back. So currently there are two power supply here. So I can also slide this out and have my drives go back in this area. All right, like this. Okay. So on the bottom, you can see the motherboard tray fits motherboards up to SSI EEB, 12 by 13 inches, or some of the older ones that goes down even further with additional PCI Express slots, up to 11 slots. If you don't need that many slots, you can also replace the bottom with this panel. So you can also fit another power supply on the bottom or another drive cage there. So again, motherboard tray is also removable with GPU holder. And what's also really cool about this workstation case is that if you want to liquid cool, it's also very easy. So right now we have this whole cavity available to us. So all I have to do is slide in the liquid cooling radiator. This is a 360. And clip on, and that's it. And I can have a second one if I need it. If I'm maybe liquid cooling two CPUs or another liquid cooling graphics card, I can do that as well. I can just slide this in. And as you can imagine, this case will get really heavy. So we'll optionally sell you these casters so they can fit to the bottom of the case and slide this around more easily. Okay, so that's the Ulta D1. Really excited that this will be coming out later this quarter.
So we're here with the last of the three cases we wanted to show you from Silverstone. This one's called the CW4. It's a home theater PC case, HTPC case. We don't see a lot of those these days. They were a big thing 10, 15 years ago. But Silverstone seems to be sort of the last man standing in the market, and they have a really cool update to a series of cases, the CW series, that we've seen and admired over the years. So Tony, can you tell us a little bit about the CW4 and where it came from?
Okay, yeah, so CW stands for Crown. Okay, so that's top of the line, the most premium home theater PC case lineup. It's been a while since we had the last CW3. That was like maybe 12 years ago. Yeah, so it's been a while. The reason we're coming back with this is not only because we're pretty much the only brand still selling HTPC cases, but also because there's a pressing need for those that still want, maybe playing 8K gaming on their big screen TV in their home theater. Is that we offer this option for you to fit all the latest and greatest hardware, that you can find on the market to put inside into your living room. So the CW4, being a premium line, has this solid aluminum front, hairbrush, very beautiful anodized aluminum, and this bottom door opens softly to reveal all the I/O ports on the front. So you get 4 USB Type A, 3.0 ports, and a Type C. Over here we have power reset button, and also very important for HTPC is a very little detail that most people may not realize is that the power LED and the hard drive LED lights, you need to be able to turn them off or maybe turn them down a little bit in terms of brightness, so that when you have the whole room in your home theater all lights out, you don't have that thing blinking in your eyes when you were sitting on the couch, right? Shining at you. So there's a slider switch to allow you to adjust that brightness. On the top, you'll see that there's venting holes all over the top cover. This is necessary as we want to keep the front very clean for HTPC environment. So there's no front panel of mesh for air to intake in that area. So that means there's air vent here, also on the left and right side of the case. So if I open this up, you'll see this is actually very simple. Okay, so we have this bracket here that holds that 360 millimeter radiator, or you could optionally put 3 120 millimeter fans on top to cool your CPU. And on the left side, we give you fan mounts also for another 3 120 millimeter fans. Or if you're using a liquid cooled graphics card, you can do that. And like I mentioned, all the latest, greatest hardware, you can put the biggest RTX 4090, 4080 cards inside of this, and there will be plenty of room for the cables to be connected without obstructing the top cover. So there will be a drive option here, and also plenty of spaces for big power supply, as well as here this bracket that will let you keep the graphics card in place secured right there. So I think this is a very good option for people that's still building HTPC cases.